How many of you wake up in the morning, look into the mirror, and hate the person staring back at you? Not sadness, not insecurity. I mean, genuinely hate the person you see in the mirror.
I think a silent voice understands that feeling better than almost any anime I've watched. And honestly, that scares me a little. Most anime about loneliness makes it feel dramatic, but a silent voice makes it feel painfully quiet. Like, there are no grand speeches, there's no magical solution. It's just about a kid who messed up his life so badly that he can't even look at people in the eyes anymore. And honestly, I think a lot of people know that feeling.
The exes in the movie are one of the best portrayals of social isolation I've seen in anime. And when you look at Shoya and the way he interacts with people, he doesn't see people as like connections. He sees people as judgment, disappointment, pressure, and fear. And this ultimately causes him to distance himself from people around him. And everyone around him just kind of becomes like another nameless face in the mass. Just another person just walk by, not even paying any mind to. And it just causes him to become distant from everyone around him. And ultimately, it leads him to feel like it's impossible to close that distance between him and others.
And what makes this movie feel so real, so ugly, is that it's a perfect play on human nature. Nobody's story is completely innocent. Everyone's just playing a giant game of hot potato. Everyone's just shifting the blame around without taking any accountability for their own actions. Shoya hurts Shoko, and since he started this whole dilemma, the class in turn abandons him, and everyone stays quiet when they should have really been speaking up. And real bullying isn't really about one sole villain. There is no big bad in our lives, right? It's just multiple people, multiple things piling up on top of one another. And real bullying can sometimes feel like laughter, like when someone's laughing at you and everyone else joins in. Or sometimes it's about silence, like when no one speaks up because they'd rather stay comfortable and live in their own bubbles. Because no one wants to be that one person in class that disrupts the class atmosphere and draws attention to themselves by speaking up. And eventually, people start believing what's said about them. They think that they're annoying, they're a burden, they're unwanted. And once those thoughts sit in your head long enough, you start destroying yourself before anyone else has a chance to. You become your own worst enemy. That's why I don't think a silent voice is really about the bullying. It's about what happens after, when the damage is already done. Someone no longer knows how to forgive themselves. And honestly, this is a part of the movie where the movie started feeling a little too personal for me. So to tell you a little bit about myself, I've never been the most outgoing, sociable person. So coming out of COVID and moving to a completely different state for college honestly terrified me because COVID had dumbed and dulled down my socialization skills. And yeah, I kind of told myself this was going to be a fresh start, the best years of my life. And I kind of like thought that things would play out all right. But to be honest, it didn't. So my roommates were outgoing, social, the kind of people who fit into college naturally. They went out, constantly partied, drank, and I just never felt like I truly belonged in that world. So I tried making friends in my own way. And yes, I did make mistakes. It's not because I didn't know I was making those mistakes. It's quite that I hadn't realized I was making mistakes till after I'd made them. Growing up, I grew up as the only child, so I didn't really have a lot of people I could open up to easily. So when I finally found people I thought I could trust in college, I ended up talking too much, I ended up venting too much, and I learned quickly that not everyone listens to you because they actually care about you. Sometimes people listen just to gossip about it later. And after a while, I started feeling like everyone already had an idea of who I was or who I was supposed to be. That I was like this unstable person, I talked too much, that I was kind of weird. And whether that's fully true or not, it kind of stopped mattering at the end of the day. Because once you truly believe that people are judging you, you start isolating yourself before they even get the chance to judge you. So, in turn, I stopped going out. I stopped trying to meet new people. I walked through campus with my head down, and And every time I saw someone I knew, I just kind of freeze up, like I needed to disappear before they actually noticed me. And believe it or not, over time, that's where isolation started to feel normal to me. I convinced myself that I somehow deserved it, that maybe this was just who I was supposed to be, like the world would just move on fine without me in it. And that's why Shoya resonated with me so much, because beneath everything, he genuinely believed he deserved to suffer. But the reason a silent voice works so well is because self hatred doesn't only pertain to and destroy one person, it spreads. Shoko hated herself too. She apologized constantly throughout the movie, takes blame for things that aren't her fault, and spends most of the movie believing everyone would be better if she just disappeared. And that's what makes the relationship so tragic. They both think they're the problem. They both think they're both unworthy of love. And because of that, they don't know how to accept it when it's given to them. And that's something a lot of people experience but never say out loud. When you hate yourself enough, kindness starts to feel suspicious. You assume people secretly dislike you. You overthink every interaction, and eventually, you stop quote, living around people. You just kind of like exist and drift along with them. But what makes the silent voice special is that despite all that pain, it still believes people can reconnect, that people can change, that forgiveness is possible. It doesn't happen instantly, but it happens slowly. And when the X's finally start falling off people's faces, it feels like something breaking open. Like Shoya is finally allowing himself to see people again, to make connections with people, and more importantly, he's allowing himself to be seen in return. I think that's why a silent voice resonates with so many people, because deep down, a lot of us are still learning how to look at ourselves without looking away. And maybe that's okay.